Okay.
What's happening, people? What's happening?
We are back at it again. A Wednesday night in the United States of America over there. It is 8:06 p.m. Here in Sydney, Australia. We are in the future. It's Thursday. It's Thursday, the 24th. And it is actually just after midday. So welcome to the future, guys. It looks pretty good in Thursday.
Yeah, it's a little bit rainy here in Sydney, Australia. It's gonna rain for a long ass time.
Hasn't stopped raining actually in a while.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Trying to see everyone who's commented so far. What's up, Fed Smoker? He says we out here. I don't think we've had you on the stream yet. Welcome, my guy. Garrett says missed a few. Ready to get my spot back. I love that, Garrett. Trippy says yo. What's up, Trippy? And Cody says, what's up, guys? Shout out to Trippy and Cody. They both signed up to our Patreon yesterday. Is that right? Both?
That's right. Yeah,
yes, both did that yesterday. So shout out to you guys. That means a lot. We'll talk about that throughout the stream. However, I mean, if we're talking about Patreon, we might as well just do a quick plug if we're already here. So I put the link in the chat if you want to look at our Patreon. If you have any questions about it, the link is there. Essentially, there's 4 different tiers. One is general support. One is where you get advice in our rankings. The third one and the fourth and fifth one are all tiers where you can play in the league with us, whether it's Dynasty only, redraft only, or best of both worlds if you want to play in both. So check that out. We do have new leagues opening now. Pretty excited. Actually, the first league that we're filling, I think there's only 1 or 2 spots left in that first Dynasty League, if I'm not mistaken. So that one's going to be filled up, and then we'll have another spot open up for the next ones. But filling up quickly. Shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Trippy says, is it summer for y'all? What does the weather get like in each season? That is actually the weirdest part about living in Sydney is in January, it's the hottest that it gets here. Like January is like 100 degrees every day. Like
Christmas is like 100 degrees.
Christmas is hot. It's the worst. It's actually the worst.
So it's so weird having reverse seasons.
Yeah.
Here.
I miss cold winter or cold Christmases. What's up, Daniel? MP says, what's that guy's name who plays for the Ravens, number 89? Number 89, Mark Andrews. I know what he's doing. What's up, Zach? What's up, Paulie D? Gator, what's up? Dave, what's up? Zach says, how about an ice bath challenge instead of an ice bucket challenge? Oh, that's a good idea. Ice bath challenge. That's interesting.
I'm happy to do 75 likes for ice bath.
Yep. So if you want to see an ice bath, then drop the like button. Whatever the poll says is what Badaki will do. What's up, Shawnee? Thanks for joining us. It's going to be a good day today. We have a Dynasty SuperFlex startup draft with rookies. It's going to be fun. Everyone has a chance to be involved. How could people be in this mock draft with us right now today or in the future?
Super simple. Join our Discord link, which is also pinned in the top as well on this chat. Or you can go to solo.tl/fantasylandfootball, which is in the description below. Click on that and go to our Discord. Join our Discord, and you can go to the Dynasty Damn It tab, and we will be dropping the link on the Dynasty Mock Draft tab as well, like mini tab within that tab, I guess you can say. Super simple, super easy. Maybe we need to like screen share that so people can like understand.
Yeah, maybe we should.
One day. Maybe not today, but just in general.
Yeah.
Just so it's a lot easier for people.
Everyone has a chance to get in these, and we always want to make sure that everyone gets a shot to mock with us, you know. So everyone should get a shot. 7 says no dog food ? No. Well, we wanted to switch it up a little bit, you know. We wanted to kind of test the waters, see. I think ice, but I was trying to think of funny things, but I don't know.
It's hard. It's definitely it's difficult. So
it's hard to stay creative, you know. Keep the juices flowing. 27 likes already. That's crazy, guys. Thank you so much. I really, really like that. Garrett says I liked shaved beard. Yeah, we'll probably do that one for me. Okay. I mean, I didn't ask Badaki if he would be okay to shave his beard. That'd be pretty big for you.
No. Well,
so maybe we should make that one.
I would refrain from doing anything changing my appearance because I am getting married in 2 months.
Oh, so right. Okay.
I can grow my beard back out in 2 months, but I don't want to be left.
You don't want the risk.
Yeah, it feels maybe after we can do whatever we want, you know. Okay. Maybe I'll cut my hair or whatever.
All right. Do y'all live close to each other? We live. It's funny. When I first moved here, we were pretty close, but now we're about an hour away from each other. We're about an hour away. He lives in the city of Sydney. I live in the hills. But who knows?
I walk outside and look at the Opera House every
No, you
single
don't.
night.
No, you don't.
No.
He's not
I
got
live like
that money.
20 minutes away from the Opera House.
That's
whereas
money,
that was
money.
a little bit out. Yeah, that's money.
If you're in
Having the
America,
Opera-
though, do us all a favor. Eat Chick-fil-A today. It's never a bad day to eat Chick-fil-A. It sounds like an ad. It sounds like we're
And
partnered with Chick-fil-A.
there's two things. You get Chick-fil-A. No, actually, there's three things. You can get whatever you want on the Chick-fil-A menu, okay? But it has to either be with the lemonade or sweet tea, or you can go to McDonald's and just have a sweet tea for
Don't do
me.
that.
But it has to be.
Don't do that second one.
You don't like McDonald's sweet tea?
I like McDonald's. It's okay, but I just don't really like eating McDonald's in America. It feels way more.
Oh, I just want the
greasy
sweet
than
tea.
here.
I like the sweet tea personally.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But
What's up, John? All right. Gotta get the sunrise. By the way, tequila sunrise. Badaki and I have known each other for so long, and maybe this is lame to say, but that's one of my favorite cocktails right there. The tequila sunrise. And I started making them again, and then I was like, bro, I really love the tequila. So he's like, what? Me too. I like the tequila sunrise. Here we are. Anyway, this is Dynasty Football Channel. So here we are. What are we talking about at this point? Okay, so you can see we are doing a Dynasty startup draft today. 10 people will get the chance to join us. And all you got to do is click the link that is pinned in the comment box from us. Join our Discord. We will send the link there. Hunter says, Australia, do you get to watch NFL live on Sundays? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
The dedication is a different level, man. I mean, we wake up at 3 a.m. That's when the games start.
3 o'clock in the morning, and we grind and we watching those games until like midday. Then after we do that, we freaking grind out content for like another 2 hours.
It's crazy.
So we're going on like probably less than 5 hours of sleep, watching the games to know what's happening, then grinding out content. It's like
I'll be honest.
Technically, Sundays is full on Monday. On Monday.
Yeah, well, it's our Monday morning, 3 a.m. is when the morning games start, and then I think the last game ends at like 3 p.m. our time. It's dangerously bad for our health. Like it is terrible. During football season, I normally get sick more than any other time, but it's the dedication. I don't want to miss anything. So, all right. Should we go ahead and send the link so people can join us?
Yeah. Once again, go to Discord, join to be able to join these mocks. I'll send it out really quick.
Yeah.
Fast and easy.
Zach Miller says, how long does a startup mock usually take? It usually goes around an hour, and then we do draft grades. So around an hour's time is what it normally takes. I mean, if you were to do a full, because this isn't going to be a full draft. We'll only go to round 15. But a full one, I mean, it could take up to 2 hours depending on your leagues. But this mock will take about an hour. What's up, Kenny?
I'm going to send this link out.
Okay,
3, 2, 1. Sent.
All right, the link has been sent, ladies and gents.
See you there.
Apparently, Brandon Sheriff is going to leave Washington, which that's fair. I mean, what can you do?
Did I join? Yeah, I did. Okay, I was like, wait, what? I was scared. I was looking for my name. I was like, I didn't join, like, and I had the link up.
Right. Okay, so who we got in here?
We got Runner. I don't think we ever drafted with him, but D. Lawrence, Dave. 7 Hutchinson, Gary with the hacks once again back in 82.
I love that.
Trippy by Apple and Jack.
By the way, I don't know why all of yesterday we were mocking with back in 82, and it never really clicked with me. But then he sent a GIF in the Discord, and I was like, oh my god, back in 82, I could have thrown football over them mountains.
Yeah, I was like, wait, how do you not know that?
Dude, I don't know why, but that
I did
is
not know that.
amazing. That is just like, that's such a good name. I just want to applaud you right there. Shout out to everybody joining us. Okay, so if you missed it, here's what we'll say. If you haven't been able to mock with us, we do want to make sure everyone gets a chance to mock with us. So please, if you haven't been able to get in, send us a message. Say, hey, I would really, really like to get into the mock. I haven't been able to get in. Send us a message on Fantasyland Football, the DM, Discord, excuse me, and we'll make sure to get you in there, okay? Unfortunately, not everyone's going to be able to get in every time. That's just the reality of it. But thanks, guys, for still being a part of it, still wanting to hang out with us. So let's go ahead and get this thing popping. We got 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flex spots, and a super flex. Yes, a lot of people do 3 wide receivers, but we have 2 flexes instead. Your leagues might look a little bit different. It is PPR. It is not tight end premium.
That's right.
And there will be 60 seconds on the clock. We'll change the 30 seconds.
I'm at the end of the board here at the 111. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what falls to me.
Okay,
here.
we'll turn the sounds off for a second here, just until the quarterbacks go off the board. Okay, so Josh Allen, Patty Mahomes off the board at the 1-2. No surprise here. It seems like Allen is going the 101 pretty much every time now.
Yeah, that is the case. He's a guy. I mean, the dual threat, him being the way he's being utilized. But I was thinking about this the other day. It was like, well, Brian Dable is no longer there, which is the offensive coordinator or was the offensive coordinator. So I wonder if that's going to change Josh Allen's game plan. Who's this offensive coordinator? What's this going to look like?
You would hope
What's
not.
his game plan going to look like? Yeah, I mean, you would hope not. Hopefully they stick with something similar. But who knows?
All right. So someone asked in the chat, is this your full-time? Trippy said, is this your full-time jobs? That would be sick. I mean, that'd be awesome at some point if we, had enough support and we could have it as a full-time job. I mean, we have to be honest. We are putting probably 60 to 70 to 80 hours in every week on this channel and our other channel. But we do work other jobs as well. So we do this outside of our other jobs. We, Badaki works with a different fantasy app, basically like customer service. Hey, and I kind of do some editing for different people to make some money. So that would be the dream. That would be awesome if that would be a possibility at some point. All right, so JT at the 1-3, Herbert, Burrow, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, all off the board. This makes it much more difficult for me because I was hoping maybe one of these top 6 quarterbacks would fall. I'm always going to take quarterbacks over the top 6 quarterbacks over any other position personally because of the longevity they present in the league. But at this point, I'm going to go positional based, and I think that's going to be Jamar Chase pretty easily for me here. So I'm going to take him here at the 1-8.
Okay, nice.
Gator fan, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you weren't able to get in. I know you've been trying to get in for quite a few of these. So why don't you send us a message, man? We'll hook you up for the next one. Want to make sure everyone gets their chance. All right, so then after Jamar Chase, we see Justin Jefferson and then DeAndre Swift, the second running back off the board there at the 110.
Well, I guess
okay with that. He's not my RB2, but I understand. I don't think that's crazy to take him there.
No, I'll take my RB2 here, Najee.
Okay.
The 111. See how that ends up.
Yep, I like it.
Devontae. Okay. We get some running backs here at the end of the first round here.
Yep.
Not
Javonte
terrible.
At the 112. Paul says, when are your guys' birthdays? Got to know when to celebrate. I love that. Mine's May 22nd. Badaki's is when?
Sorry, I was just reading.
You were expecting me to no?
No, I was actually reading the Discord. My birthday is July 7th.
July 7th.
7-7, baby. 7-7. Talk it up.
I love it. Trippy says, damn, the grind is way too respectable. This is why I joined Patreon. Y'all are growing this community so well. That's awesome, man. Really appreciate the love there. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And really excited to play Dynasty with you. All right, so Swift, Harris, and Javonte off the board. Now Jack has to make a choice here at the 2-1. The reality is, so Waddle goes at the 2-1. I'm okay with that. There is one other wide receiver I probably would have taken over him, but I'm okay with him going at the 2-1 there if Waddle is your guy. The reality is, guys, drafting at the 1-1 and the 2-1 and the 112, I think are the worst positions you can be in. For me, the sweet spot is really from the 1-4 to the 1-8. Anywhere around here, I feel like is ideal. And honestly, the 1-4 to the 1-6 feels like ideal scenario. On the edges, you just have to reach for players. I mean, there is 24 selections in between your picks. So yeah, it's hard to draft on those edges, man. You do have to reach for players that you want.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna take a risk here. Not a risk. Actually, I don't know if I go quarterback or wide receiver, and I'm leaning AJ right here.
All right, AJ Brown. That is my wide receiver 3 in Dynasty. Absolutely obsessed with AJ, so I would have taken him there. I like the pick.
I was hoping. It's so hard. Like you're right. Being at the end here is terrible. So you either have to.
Mm.
And I think being at the end, I think is so crucial to get your quarterbacks because that on the comeback at the 3-11,
Fuck.
I don't think I'll be able to get anyone as good. But yeah, like you see, Dak Prescott, Trey Lance, and now you were hoping to get that.
I was hoping Trey Lance would fall to me.
Still a lot of good quarterbacks on the board though, so it's not terrible.
I know. This is rough, man. If I don't get a quarterback here, I mean, this is tough.
It's a tough one.
Okay.
Make it happen.
I think I'm going to maybe go a different direction here. I think I'm going to take Kyle Pitts here at the 2-5. No, it's not tight end premium, but still I'm locking up the tight end position for what I believe will be a decade.
Kyle Pitts,
Generational talent.
Crazy.
I'm going to take Kyle Pitts here at the 2-5. I don't think it's too high to take him. If has anyone tried trading for Kyle Pitts? It's impossible. So he's one of those guys I'm happy to reach for if it's considered a reach.
Yeah. And that's always a conversation, like, where are you comfortable taking a tight end? I'm not comfortable taking a tight end here.
I'm not comfortable taking any tight end here except for Kyle Pitts. He's not just a tight end too, but I get it.
Yeah, that's the thought process. So
Garrett says someone needs the edited Hall of Fame bust of Peyton with a huge forehead as a sleeper profile page. That's funny. Trippy says I'm not letting Zach get Trey Lance. I know. That's a GG's for me. That's a GG's.
What happens when the community knows now?
Kenny says if you don't get in the draft, pick a spot and draft along paper. It's still good practice. I practice at the 12 spot every show and prep for a local draft. Dude, that's actually really smart, Kenny. That's very smart. So essentially, if you're watching and you weren't able to get in, you can probably still see the players that are on the board.
Yeah, that's not bad, actually.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting thought. If you don't get in, just draft along. Choose a spot and just choose the player that's available at that point. That's interesting. I like it. Very, very smart there. All right, so we see Watson, Fields. I like the CeeDee Lamb pick there. DK Metcalf.
Metcalf?
I'm actually completely fine with all the picks that have happened in the second round.
Well, the hell
they all make a lot of sense to me.
Tell me what you want.
DK off the board there at the 2-9. Man, will Russ stay? Regardless, I mean, DK is still 24 years old,
Yeah, and that's the thing. We were having that conversation. At least I brought it up. I was like, man, like, what happens with DK if Russ goes, And you brought up a good point, like, well, he was technically still somewhat valuable when
Geno Smith.
When Geno was DK, this is DK, obviously. He was somewhat valuable when Geno was in. So I don't know. It's interesting, but I think early on right now, I think I want to say I might be straying away from DK if Russ does leave, but it all depends on the quarterback and who comes in.
Yeah, to me, I think I'm fine to take him there. Geno's not going to be that guy, and whoever it is will be probably at least competent enough to know that you get the ball to the freak DK. Wow. All right, so we see Stafford off the board at the 2-10, then Lawrence at the 2-11. You can definitely justify both of those guys going where they went. I might have taken someone else, but still, you can justify them going at that position.
Yeah, 100%. There goes Jalen Hurts as well.
Jalen Hurts off the board. I'm not gonna lie, I read the board when I was here at the 2-5, and I saw everyone has a quarterback here except for Team 3, JT. And I thought to myself, okay, surely there's going to be a quarterback that falls. I read the board incorrectly here.
No way.
I read the board incorrectly, especially in the second round. That's a fat GG's on me. By the way, what's up, Sean on Twitch? I see you over there. He says, just lurking.
That's funny.
I love that.
Oh, what a day, huh?
So apparently, back in 82 is saying in the Discord or in the sleeper chat, he said Waddle is going higher and higher, skyrocketing up everyone's rankings. He has been my wide receiver for since the end of last year. I don't think I'll put him higher, but that's where I have him, my wide receiver 4. I'm pretty comfortable with him there.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with him there as well. So we're just gotta wait and see what that looks like as we get closer. I
Okay.
mean, I won't be surprised. I don't want to say he's gonna go in the first because I do think that's a little bit too early. But I mean, 2-1. What's a 2-1 and 2-12? What's the difference? It's nothing.
112, yeah.
So
All right, so Debo, Tyreek, Burks at the 3-3. Dave, you know I love you. I'm not excited about taking Burks this early, especially when Higgins is on the board. We are not, the end all of Dynasty at all. But for me, I'm obsessed with Higgins. I would easily take Higgins over the 101 this year. So that's where my thought process is there. And then Elijah Moore, Cooper Kupp, Mark Andrews.
yeah, interesting.
Okay, so
Garrett took Elijah Moore because he knew I was gonna take him.
all right, and actually, you know what? I'm happy because Russell Wilson's still on the board at the 3-8. We just recorded a buy or sell Russell Wilson. I think that will be out soon. It's not out yet. It'll be out very soon.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm happy to take Russell Wilson at 3-8. I'll do that every single day if that's a possibility.
Not bad right there. So exactly what you want.
Zaxi. What's up, my guys? Zaxi says, "What's up, boys? Current weekly SuperFlex startup lineup is Dak, Trey Lance, Etienne, Javonte, Michael Carter, Ridley, Renfro, Julio, T.J. Hawkinson, Dawson Knox, Josh Allen." Okay, this is your current lineup. Sorry, I was so confused. I'm just realizing it's a trade question. Okay,
Right,
so you're asking.
Are you wanting to know who you would trade for Dak in the 102 potentially?
I think what he's saying is he has a trade offer on the table where he can get Josh Allen for Dak in the 102, and I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no doubt.
I couldn't smash that quicker.
Okay.
That sorry, that sounded really weird.
Are you okay?
You know what I'm saying. I would take that. Dave says, "I wouldn't take a running back at the 103, but I have fat fingers, so I'm just doing the entire draft differently to see what happens." Hey, that's okay, Dave. We all get there. All right, then Malik Willis at the 3-9. I think we're a little too high on these rookies.
He got auto pick. I'm pretty sure.
Was
I
it
could be
auto
wrong.
picked?
I could be wrong, but he got auto picked.
Okay. I think that's too high for Malik if it wasn't auto. I'm just going to be honest, but we'll see. Then CMC at the 310. At that point, CMC becomes pretty damn good value. Hey, at the 310.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
All right. I'm going to catch up with the chat just while you're thinking through your thought process. Garrett says, "I traded Zach Moss and a 1 for Elijah Moore last year. It's the 110, so I'm happy." That makes sense. Zaxi says, "Yes, that's correct, but don't smash Josh Allen." My bad. I like the trade for you, though. Drusif, what do you guys think about Elijah Mitchell long term? We'll talk about him in a second, Drew, when he gets drafted. Whenever he does, we'll talk about him. He said he was going to take Saquon, but his mouse wasn't working. He had Malik in his queue for later. That's okay. All right, so what's the thought process here, Padaki?
I'm just going to take a wide receiver here. I'm not in love with this.
Okay.
But
so Pity City at the 311.
I'll take Michael Pittman, and then on the comeback here, once it comes around after Jack takes his picks, I'm happy with any of these other guys that are left to get at the 4-2. We'll see what happens unless Jack snipes both of them. I don't think he will. So let's see.
Yeah, let's wait and see. I guess we can talk about Mitchell while we're waiting. I like Mitchell. I believe, let me check my rankings. I believe I have him ranked as a top 15 running back in Dynasty. Yeah. So right around the 12 to 14 range. But there is still worry just because he's in San Francisco. And would it surprise me if that was a shared backfield next year for whatever reason? No, it really wouldn't surprise me. So I think that's why he's falling in ADP is because of the San Francisco way. Love him as a talent, but man, it's hard to say what's going to happen.
What's that shared backfield? Like, do they run with Trey, like Trey Sermon and Elijah Mitchell, and they do draft like a running back in the 4th,
right,
or something like that, and then they'd be like, okay, well, let's just see what happens. But I don't think the 49ers are going to draft another running back because of Deebo Samuel. Like, why draft another guy where you can have like your 1-2 punch Elijah Mitchell and then have Deebo, and if anything does happen injury-wise, maybe Trey Sermon could jump in, but at the same time, like, who's trusting Trey Sermon right now? Like it didn't
No,
look good
no,
at
but
all.
he might be a really good buy low. I mean, you never know what could happen with Trey.
Exactly. All right. Well, this makes my decision a lot easier here. I needed a quarterback. I was tossing between 3 quarterbacks. Another guy that we did a video on, which is Tua. I'm going to take Tua here
I love
at the
that. I was
4-2.
hoping to get him at my pick.
Still a young guy. I mean, I need to get a quarterback here. Obviously, I waited on the quarterback, but another reason why maybe even at the 111, I should just stack on quarterbacks.
Look,
I could have had Deshaun and Dak. I could have had
yeah,
Trey and Deshaun. Justin Fields and Trey. There's so many quarterbacks I could have had, but
yeah. Look, I mean, if you look at the efficiency metrics for Tua last year, I mean, he was such an efficient quarterback. And I think he's going to get better. I think he's going to continue to get better. I think the reason a lot of people are off of him is because he didn't have the rookie breakout like Justin Herbert, like these other guys. I still like him. I think that's good value at the 4-2. Others might disagree. That's okay. But, I mean, my guy was uber efficient, and I'm all aboard.
Uber. I was thinking because when I took Michael Pittman, just to throw my thought process in on that, I'm questioning if Michael Pittman will go. Ooh, excuse me, will go higher or lower based on the quarterback because Carson Wentz is quote unquote may not be returning to the Colts. So do they go with the younger quarterback? Do they trade for somebody?
Just quickly, I'm going to take a running back here.
Okay.
It's between Eckler and Dobbins for me, but my team, I would like to go younger, so I am going to go J.K. Dobbins here. The injury doesn't worry me. I still believe in him long term. I don't think it's going to be as much of a committee as people believe. This team runs more than any other offense in the NFL typically, and I believe in the talent still. So just want to explain that pick there. But go ahead.
No, that's fair. And look, Don put it as I was saying it. He puts it. What's your thoughts on Pittman's outlook for next year? The question is, who's the quarterback?
Right.
The quarterback.
We have no idea.
We have no idea who this quarterback is, and we're taking Pittman now, realizing. I mean, we've been taking Pittman in third, fourth. Our community has at
fourth.
least.
It's normally mid fourth, early fifth.
Yeah,
but I think you're in that place where you don't want to bet on the old talent where you were on the board.
Yeah. So, and I needed that. But the question is then who is going to be, if they do get a Corral, a Sam Howell, a Pickett, or what, even Malik, does that help him or hurt him? I don't know. I really don't know what that would look like. And I think Pittman is going to be a player that people might, be on the fence about.
Can I tell you my ideal scenario here? Imagine Carson Strong goes to Indianapolis in like the third round of the draft.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And we could see an almost like a Davis Mills type year from him. And I think that would be great for Michael Pittman. I mean, we'll see. But maybe they go after one of the free agents. Who knows, man? They are probably the most unknown situation, to be honest. Okay, so we see Eckler off the board. Great value at the 4-6 there. Then Wilson, Breece Hall, Cameron Akers, and Stephon Diggs.
Cameron Akers. Cam Akers.
Dave said there's virtually no chance Wentz stays, which is crazy, man, isn't it? Fed, what's up? He says in a startup, it went quarterback heavy early and I was able to trade Dak for the 401, which ended up being T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, and a 2023 first. It's a W, right? I think it's a W. I like that trade for you. I'm good with that.
I don't mind it either.
Deontay at the 411. Trippy says right around 3.7 to 4.3 is where it sucks for a dynasty team. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. You have to make some really difficult situations. And he's explaining that in his comment. All the older guys fall to you, but you want to take a younger team, so you have to reach. Yeah, honestly, that's such a good point. Really, honestly, from like the 3-6 onwards, it's like, man, I know there's more short-term value here. It's a tough decision.
I think it's also a mental thing, like I had to take Pittman at the 311, but it's like, I don't want to look stupid and reach, or I don't want to do this and reach, or, like it's also, I think that's also plays a big part of, dynasty as well, because then you
get. Thanks, Don. Bro, imagine your name being Don. That is just so badass.
On the Don.
That is such a badass name. I want to name my kid Don. Don. It's just badass. It's just there's instant respect if your name is Don. Steven said Ritter and Indy could be fun. That's interesting.
Really. a
We're
lot
pretty
of
low on Ritter, hey, compared to the rest of the community.
not the community, but I haven't seen the community high on him. I've seen the fantasy analysts like on
Well,
TV. All those guys
that's what I
have
was
been a
gonna say.
lot
Not
high
the
on him.
fantasy analysts, but like the guys who covered just the draft, right? Like the Tom
Yeah,
McShay's, like the people over there on CBS. A lot of people are super high
really
on
high,
Ritter.
but I feel like the fantasy community is kind of they can argue for him, but I think they would prefer everyone else. But hey, could be
Yeah.
wrong. Everyone's different.
Ritter's interesting. He's just the accuracy is rough. Drusef says, I have Judy and really hope Rodgers goes to Denver.
Yeah,
Man, who knows? I honestly thought
everyone
he
wants
was
him to go there.
I thought he was going to announce his retirement this week. Like
Hmm.
everything felt like all the things that he said on social media, but I mean, of course, we're always going to read way too far into that. So then we see Dalvin at the 412, Kamara at the 5-1, Derrick Henry at the 5-2, Elijah Mitchell at the 5-3. I think that's great value for Mitchell. What does that make him? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16th running back off the board. I think
It's
that's
not
very
bad.
good
I
value.
think it's great value. Yeah, 100%. So
Then
these
DJ
running
Moore
backs are
goes
going
off
off
the
the board.
board.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Mac Jones would fall to me. I can't even lie. I was really hoping Mac Jones would be there. That's
For
gonna
the
make
Mac.
that's gonna make my next pick more
Hard
difficult.
up. Yeah,
Is Hurts still
100%.
on the board? Is Jalen Hurts still on the board? Okay, he's
Nah,
gone.
he went 212. He went
Right.
212.
Okay, my bad.
Steve said, yes, some draft guys really like Ritter. One draft analyst I really respect has him high. Okay. Yeah. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I feel like he could be a dark horse. He definitely is a dark horse, but
God damn
video
it!
game
Back in
numbers in
'82,
college.
you're killing me, bro. I'm getting sniped from Trey. I'm getting sniped from Devonta. Ah, frick. Okay, now
like you, brother.
I just have to keep going different direction. This is hard. Okay, who is my next wide receiver?
Steven, you like DJ Moore? DJ Moore. There he goes. DJ Moore, though.
I actually would have taken DJ Moore
thoughts?
here. Oh man, this is tough.
Gotta hit the get.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh.
Is ETN still on the board? Did someone take Travis? Did I spell it wrong?
But
Okay,
Type
what's
in
happening?
Travis, fool.
Huh?
Type in Travis.
I did. Where's ETN? I'm in wide
seeing-
receivers.
Bro, well, yeah, I was about to say, you're like,
Jesus. Someone help me. Oh
he
my
was
god.
he was panicking there.
All right. I like ETN there at the 5'8". I'm cool with that. Hit the get, hit the get, hit the get.
So yeah, we did a video on DJ Moore, and I think Zach and I were split on that decision. You guys definitely go watch it. I know a lot of the community agreed, a lot of community disagreed.
I'm more intrigued about him than you are for sure.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I definitely believe he's talented, and the youth is there, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, this makes my decision easier. Once again, I'm gonna go another
Sorry, just
quarterback
quickly though.
here.
DJ Moore in the 5th? Come on. That's
for
money,
sure.
I think. Like
I
like
definitely
Steven
get
said.
it.
But
I definitely get it. Like the value there is good, but I'm gonna go quarterback here. I'm gonna go another guy that hopefully he can turn it around in his year two, and that's Zach Wilson here, 5'11". So my two young quarterbacks, Tua and Wilson. It's not amazing. I'm not excited about these quarterbacks, but some upside here, somewhat.
Tribby's asking if Chris Godwin is falling or if that's normal. I think that's he's a really hard person to gauge at this point in Dynasty startups. I think that's good value where you got him at the 5'9". Earlier, maybe 2 months ago, we saw him going at the end of the third. I think people are just, Brady's gone. So if he comes back, is it going to be a good wide receiver? I think there's a lot of question marks that people have now. But I think based off of talent alone, I think that's good value where you got him at the 5'9". I was hoping Wilson would come back in the 6th, but again, that's probably too ambitious of me to assume. Man, I really wanted Tua in this draft too. I love Tua. There goes Kirk Cousins. Kirky off the board.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
I don't normally
17.
go running backs like this.
Okay.
I almost never go running backs this early.
I can do this. Okay. Yeah, like I'm looking at my other running back here. I'm trying to think who I should take.
I like this team though, but normally I don't go this running back heavy. I only have 2 running backs, but still.
Gotta hit the get.
Hit the get. Hit the get.
Here go TJ Hawkinson. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go with my second running back here. I'm gonna still keep it fairly young, 24 years old.
Okay.
I think he has a decent line with hopefully a good quarterback, and that's Monty.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Monty here. I mean, 6'2". I think that's fantastic. Obviously, Nick Chubb was on the board, which maybe I shouldn't have said, but he's
Dang.
26 years old. You know.
Okay, I
26
was
years old.
hoping Terry would fall. He was already falling. Again, I'm being too ambitious. With
You get
some
sniped.
of
You're getting
these.
sniped right here at the 1.8. A lot.
Yeah. Okay. The next player I'm gonna take, a lot of people aren't gonna like this, and that's okay with me. But for me, Jerry Jeudy, still so young. I still believe in the talent. This is someone who, just because of the way the real NFL draft fell, his stock has been significantly hurt to start his career. But if you swap his positions with any of those other wide receivers, I wonder where he would be right now. So I'm betting on the talent long term there. So I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy here at the 6.5. A lot of people are going to see that as too early. I get it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Take the get.
Jerry Jeudy.
Trippy says he loves his wide receivers. He's got Jefferson, Godwin, Hollywood. Yeah, I like it too. I was honestly really hoping that Terry or Hollywood were going to fall to me there, but what can you do? What can you do? I never like it when I go running backs early. That's the problem, man. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Josh
Sounds
Jacobs
like a
at
personal
6'6".
That's like a personal
I'm okay with Josh Jacobs. We just did a video today on JJ, a buy or sell that should be out here soon.
Yeah.
I enjoyed making that one. And I'm a JJ believer. Fadaki's not, but I am.
It's not that I'm not a believer.
Right, yeah.
I
No,
watched the
I
video.
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Overstatement.
That's
an oversimplification, brother.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Steve, what do you guys think of handcuffing in Dynasty in one of our leagues that have Monty, Damian Lewis, and Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon plus their rookie handcuffs, Herbert, Ramondre, and Chris Evans.
Look, to me, it depends on the handcuff because not all handcuffs are created equally.
I also believe on where you got those handcuffs as well.
Right.
Handcuffs is definitely key, but at the same time, did you lose out on some sort of high value guy at the end? I'm trying to think of people that maybe you could have drafted instead of them.
Yeah. So I'm good with handcuffs, but not all handcuffs are created equally, right? Like Ramondre, he's already creating value. You can already see his purpose. But guys like Chris Evans, as much as I believe in them, there's no chance that if Joe Mixon went down, the Bengals might bring in a veteran. They might bring in someone else. So I don't always prioritize them. But I do prefer having them on my team. I just, like Badaki said, it depends on the value of where you get them. Garrett says Jacobs was my guy. Might go 4 wide receivers. I like it. Freak Stomp 49er says Kamara or 2023 first, 2022 206 and Kareem Hunt. I mean, this is easy. You take the 2023 first, the other picks and Kareem Hunt. I would definitely sell Kamara for that.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Sell them high, boys. Get them out.
Kenny says Jeudy was my top wide receiver there and agree with the pick. Will put Mooney above him if they don't bring back or replace A-Rob. I can see where you're coming from there. I can see where you're coming from. All right, so we see Pickens, London, Williams. Again, I was too ambitious to think that any of those guys would fall to me in the 7th round. Then we see Derek Carr off the board, Calvin Ridley, and Nick's got a Chubb.
Nick's got a Chubb.
We should change it to 30 seconds.
I was literally about to say, Keenan Allen, 7-1. That's his wide receiver too.
Yeah, that's pretty good value there. Looks more like a win now oriented team. Got you, Freak Stomp 49er. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Freak Stomp 49.
How do you feel about Trey Lance, my guy? Are you excited about Trey? Are you nervous? Kenneth Walker at the 7-2. That seems like very good value. Actually, that's probably where you should go. But I like the pick, is what I'm trying to say.
Gotta hit the get. Want to listen to my new mixtape, guys?
Okay. Sure. Put it on for us. That's not a mixtape. All right. Mike Evans, Michael Carter off the board. Isaiah Spiller.
Michael Carter back. Another guy I like. Man.
Okay, so this is what happens. Actually, I don't want to speak yet. I'll speak at my pick because obviously part of my strategy has really ruined my team build. Isaiah Spiller at the 7-5. We recorded a video on him trying to explain why we're not as high as the rest of the community. That should be out soon. But yeah, everyone's getting sniped pretty much everywhere at this point.
Yeah, we'll change it. Well, Zach, on your turn, change in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I will.
Frankstorm said, okay, how about the 106 or Kelsey? I love Trey. I think you get more for Kelsey than the 106, in my opinion.
Yeah, and also it really depends on your team. Are you a win now team? Because it probably doesn't make sense to sell Kelsey at that point. But if you're futuristic, then I think you should be able to get more than the 106.
Garrett is going here. No RB strategy. He going all wide receivers here.
Okay. Here I am on the board. There's no quarterbacks that I like here. I probably should have taken Justin Fields at the 2-5, but I couldn't pass on Pitts. So I'm not going to go quarterback here because there's really no one that I think is a value at this point. So I think I'm going to go a wide receiver that I like. Christian Watson's ADP is way too high. I think I'm going to go Chris Olave here. I'm going to take Chris Olave. I really like Olave. He's my wide receiver 3 in this year's draft. So getting him here at the 7-8, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, not terrible. Not terrible on Chris Olave.
Shane says contract leagues are where it's at, boys. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a little bit more about them. What got you into contract leagues, Shane?
Gotta hit the get. I have a headache here, boys. To be honest with you. It's hitting me right here. All right, Brandon Ayuk, Rashad Bateman. Let's see who I go here. Look, I have a couple people. I'm gonna take a chance. 7-1 right now. Who can I get? I mean, I like to keep it young still. I'm gonna go with a guy that I said you guys should buy. We did a buy low video. I think you could potentially get him. I think he has a high upside. Yeah. I'll take Chase Claypool here, wide receiver 3.
I like that. I was considering Claypool at that pick.
I'm okay with Chase here at the 7-11. I mean, all these other guys that are still available here, as much as they're talented, like D-Hop, Amari, Michael Thomas, I think I just want to avoid those guys at all cost right now.
Yeah, you're gonna see those guys fall. Whether it's right or wrong, it's gonna happen. That's just the reality. Hit the get.
He's like, just someone I know reached out. I hated it first, but now I love it. Forces people to make trades when contracts are expiring.
Yeah, I like the idea of contract leagues. Essentially, I think you have like a certain number of contracts that you can give to players, and each contract is like a different length of time, different amount of years, if I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, it definitely leads to some interesting trades. It's an interesting concept. I'm very intrigued by it. AJ Dillon, David Bell.
Change to 30 seconds. You can do that.
I haven't done that yet. Okay, my bad. Jeez, Louise.
Focus.
I'm just talking, chatting to the community. I'm way too into it, All right, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay. I don't think this guy's going to come back to me.
By the way, while you're about to make your pick, I just want to say thank you everyone who has dropped a like so far. We're at 37 likes. That means a ton. If you haven't done so yet, it would mean a lot to us if you drop that like, show some support. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We do these mocks all the time. And you just took Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, I took Tony. I was gonna take a running back here, but I am hoping I have like 3 or 4 running backs that I think can come back to me. So I'm
You're
hoping
slowly
that
going more and more the route I go typically. Heavy
yeah,
wide
well
receivers.
at the end here,
Right. It's getting
yeah,
harder to justify going
it's getting
running
hard
back.
to justify these
Right.
running backs at the end where I'm drafting.
I get that.
So
Okay, I'm on the board. Clyde has gone off the board.
I thought about taking Clyde at the 8-2 right there, genuinely. Um,
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to take a chance on one of these rookie quarterbacks. I do need to kind of swing big here. So I'm going to go Kenny Pickett. I mean, not that that's even swinging big for a rookie, but I need to go with someone that I think I can rely on. So I'm going to go Kenny Pickett there at the 8-5. This is where I think you can start to see some of these rookie quarterbacks go off the board. I don't think they should go any earlier. There probably was better tiered positions out there. I just didn't want to wait on quarterback too much longer.
Yeah. Freak Stomp, I think just to answer your question, if you should, so you're buying Travis Kelce for the 106. I personally wouldn't do that. Travis Kelce is kind of at the end of his career there, in my opinion. So I personally would keep the 106 and just try to get a tight end in the draft potentially if you have a second round tight end or a second round pick potentially, if that can fall to you or whatever the case may be.
I'll say this: if you're trying to win now, I'm okay with that trade. I'm okay with moving the 106 for Kelce. The chances that you hit on the 106 are way lower than knowing that Kelce can be a good tight end for the next 3 years. You know.
Yeah.
So it depends on what your strategy is going forward, in my opinion. Shane says, I now have, he said, I traded year 1 of Jefferson, 1 year of Goddard, 2 years of Akers, and 2024 second. I now have 3 years of Taylor, 3 years of Eckler, and 4 years of Harris. Well done, man. Garrett says, took Sanders from me, got sniped so many times on running backs. So, yeah, back in 82, sniped Garrett here. Back in 82.
Garrett had to go Zeke there. That's not terrible still. I mean, still.
But you never feel good leaving a draft with Zeke on your team. You know, that's a problem. All right, so we see Kelce go and then Thomas and Waller. We are not big Michael Thomas guys, but a lot of the community is. So understandable why you would take him there.
Just need 1 year of good size Zeke and won't be on this team. Yeah, 100%. I traded Zeke in one of our follower leagues. Just get him out, honestly. I don't care what it is. Just give me something for Zeke. Nah, jokes. I got a first for him. I'm pretty sure.
All right, so we see Aaron Jones and Pat the Dragon Fryermuth. The Muth is Luth.
The beast is Luth. There's a list there.
I just want to make sure that your videos are still uploading, Badaki. I have 353, 54, 55, and 56. Just so you know.
Okay, yeah, 5. You have 1, so it goes up to 360.
Okay, so I'm missing.
So 557 just went up. So
okay.
you have 1, 2,
cool.
3 more. So it should be done by the time we're done here.
Just making
goes
sure.
Damien.
All right,
Back in 82.
Kyron off the board, then Hunter Renfro. I mean, that's great value for Renfro at the 9.5. Let's be honest. Damian Harris at the 9.6. Definitely finding some steals here.
No doubt about it. It goes Amari Cooper, and now you're on the board. 30 seconds. You're sweating. Talk to me. Talk through it. Talk through it. Hurry up. You're looking on the board right now. It's a little bit delayed.
I'm just looking through it. I'm seeing if there's better running backs or wide receivers on the board. And I think I'm going to go wide receiver. This is going to upset some people.
Love that pick. Just go for it.
I'm going to take Juju here. Still believe he's got something left. Only 25 years old, free agent.
TikTok King.
So I'm going to take him here at the 9.8. I'm okay if that's a reach.
TikTok King, they said.
For him to be my 4th wide receiver, I'm comfortable with that.
Dawson Knox off the board now. Dallas Goedert, which makes my decision so much easier here. I'm going to take my 3rd running back in Ramondre Stevenson.
All right, I like it. Ramondre at the 9.11. Damien at the 9.6. Sean says Burks at the 101. Only decent wide receiver I have is Hill for 3 more years. I'm assuming you're asking if you should take Burks at the 101. He would be my 101 in this year's draft. At this point, yeah. Freak is asking, how does everyone feel about Elijah Mitchell? Love Elijah Mitchell. We actually loved him coming into the draft more than Trey Sermon. But you still have to be slightly worried in Dynasty just because of, the San Francisco way. Will that play a part there? That definitely has to be a slight worry for you. D-Hop at the 10-1. Isn't that crazy? D-Hop at the 10-1. Almost 30 years old.
I want a wide receiver or a
To be fair, I mean,
end.
Adams is almost 30 as well.
I'm going to go rookie tight end here and take Trey McBride.
Trey McBride at the 10-2. I'm okay with that.
Why not?
1, 2, 3,
Why not?
4, 5, 6. I think that makes him the 10th. The 10th off the board, if that's right. All right, let's see here. Let's see.
It's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we liked Elijah Mitchell. It says, Springstop, I have the 106 and traded for the 101. Taking Burks and hopefully Drake or Kenny 3 Legs. Yeah. So, yeah, we like Burks. And Drake, as a channel, actually, we're a little bit off Drake purely based on the size. We like a smaller... I think ideally we would like a smaller slot wide receiver that can fit our team. That's what we just prefer. Not that we don't think Drake London is talented. We just prefer that type of running wide receiver.
Yeah. Took Rondell Moore there at the 10-5. Someone that I did like coming out of college, just did not work out for him this year. Didn't really get opportunities. And to be honest, the game plan wasn't good for him coming in. So I'm hoping that they're able to utilize him more going forward here.
Yeah. What are you thinking about him now? Because, I mean, despite all the Kyler Murray talks, like, I don't know, like, what if they do sign another big wide receiver? What if they sign an Allen Robinson or something like that to take over AJ Green?
It's okay.
Because AJ Green got a lot of work.
I'm betting on the talent here at the 10th round, I have no idea what they're going to do in free agency, to be honest. I have no idea, but I do believe in his talent long term. Someone's going to figure out how to utilize him. Maybe that's not Cliff. Maybe there's another head coach that's coming in. We'll see. Schultz off the board at the 10-9, then Sky Moore. Have you ever watched the movie Sky High? Terrible movie.
Yeah, classic. I remember, bro, when it first came out. I think I was like in high school, 8th grade or something like that when that came out.
I think that's one of the first movies I went to see by myself. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I'm at the movies by myself.
Nah, I was obsessed with Fantastic Four when it came out. I went to see that movie 4 times in theaters. And looking back at it, it's like, what a waste of money. My parents wasted a lot of money. Right. Yeah, my parents wasted a lot of money.
Experience, though.
On me watching it. It was like, it wasn't the first superhero movie, but it was the first, like, when did that movie even come out, actually? I was just obsessed with the whole thought process that there was like, when there was a superhero movie, you only saw one superhero in their power.
I know.
Then
why
you went to Fantastic Four, and it was like, holy shit! Like you have this, like
you just have Invisible. Jessica Alba. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah, she baddies, but what can you do?
Okay, Mike Williams off the board. Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks. Then we see playoff Lenny off the board. Rashad White. John Mechie. A little early for me for Mechie. There's other rookies I prefer over him. Quite a few rookies I prefer over him, to be honest. But you can make a case for taking him there. It's hard to see him being anything more than a complimentary guy.
Kobe Myers 80. Sorry, I mean maybe I shouldn't say this, but his ADP is so low.
I think it makes sense though.
Where did he finish? That's a question.
I think it makes sense for his ADP to be this low. I know he's I think he's still 25, so that's not a problem. But just as an overall profile, surely someone's coming in to take the lion's share of those targets.
Finished wide receiver 29. I guess that makes sense.
All right, Joshua Palmer off the board.
Sheesh.
I am going to take a player here I'm gonna actually risk it to see if he's gonna be there. I'm gonna do another risk.
Careful. Be careful. Frank Stopper, who's your RB1 and QB1? I think for me it's Jonathan Taylor. It is Jonathan Taylor and Josh Allen. I think for Zach it's probably Jonathan Taylor and Patty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know if they're asking for the draft.
Yeah, well,
if you're asking for the
Dynasty,
draft,
I'm
mine
just asking
is
in Dynasty. So
yeah. I don't know which one he's asking, but it is Patty or JT. Patty and JT. If you're asking for the draft for me, my RB1 is Brees. It's pretty clear that it's Brees for me, and
yes, it is Brees.
and then Malik Willis will be my quarterback one. I think yours is Pickett.
Yeah, I pick it right now.
Watson at the 11-9.
Oh,
Hunt at the 11-10.
Was not prepared for this. 4, 3, 2. I don't know what to do.
Oh, come on, dude.
He was probably on your queue anyway.
He actually was on my queue, but I was I was just gonna take him.
He's
And
like,
I'm gonna see how far he falls.
Right.
He definitely was on my queue, but
I hate that I can't really utilize my queue in this format because
yeah, I would have taken. Oh shit, I would have taken this guy probably instead of him in that position.
Okay, Pollard off the board. You know, Pollard's great value there, to be honest. I was considering Pollard around the 11-8. I was hoping he might fall. You know, you can hate me for saying this. There's a real chance Pollard's more valuable in fantasy this year than Zeke. There's a real chance that could happen.
That was still works anyway. Daniel Dimes.
DJ Chark, do off the board.
Troy Aikman nearing deal to join Monday Night Football. I don't know how I like that. Who does Monday Night Football right now? Oh yeah, please, because the Monday Night Crew is shit.
I'm gonna take James Cook here. I think he can be a really, really good third down running back in the NFL, which means hopefully he'll get some PPR value.
Yeah, maybe.
Ray
love the guy. Shout out to
says
Ray.
this draft might be the most awful drafting I've ever seen. No cap. Welcome, Ray. Welcome, buddy.
Come through.
All right,
man.
let me see. Algier, Rashad Penny at the 12-7. Dave says, that was a terrible baby shark, bro. I'm sorry, man. I need to do better. McLaren or Dobbins in the Superflex trade? McLaren. I think I lean Terry there. But it's pretty close.
Yeah, it is definitely close.
I might go Dobbins. I don't know. I think I'm going Dobbins.
I think I'm going Dobbins. Terry is just, man, talented. Just can't do it.
No quarterback.
Just can't do
Kirk,
it.
Gallup, Shakira off the board. Where do you value Cook in the rookie draft? For me, James Cook is... Let me double check. We have my rankings here.
I think
he's my running back 8 or 9.
Yeah, I have him a little bit higher. I think he's like 6 or 7 for me. I love James Cook. I love what he can bring to a team. I think personally he can be first and second, third down back.
I don't see it.
I think he's definitely a pass catching back as well. So it just depends on where he goes, where he lands, and then he can bring good value.
James Cook is my 8. He's my 8. All right, so 15 rounds. So 2 rounds left, guys. 2 rounds left. Ray is back. More over Cup all the way to Ridley is a joke. Oh, my guy is believing in Cup over. Okay, that's fair, man. I mean, look, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but the reality is Cup. I think his trade value is at an all-time high right now. Happy for you to have that opinion, though. All right, so fine. Jimmy G, Carson Wentz, OBJ, Bobby Trees, Komet, and Alec Pierce off the board, then Chenault. You know, the great thing, Ray, is everyone's got their own opinions, and everyone sees things a different way, and that's okay. I'm happy that you got that conviction there, my guy.
Yeah, maybe he's to Ridley. Where's Ridley at? Where'd he go?
I personally think the community is just way too high on Cup. So I'm not upset with Cup going up to 3-7 at all. But
where the hell
respect everyone's opinion for sure.
Right. Okay. So maybe he doesn't believe in these younger people potentially. He doesn't
All
believe
right,
in.
Curtis Samuel's off the board here.
That's your boy. You like Curtis Samuel?
I like Curtis. I'm
I
gonna go ahead
keep
and take a
thinking that
chance on.
Yami is
I'm
Curtis
gonna take a
Samuel.
chance on Jordan Love, one of my guys I said to stash this year. I'm gonna take a chance on him here in the 13th round for sure. Cody says hard to get real value in a mock because you can't trade picks. Understandable. I get that.
Yeah, for sure.
Weidermeyer off the board at the 13-9. I mean, is that too high? Depends. Like, if you like Weidermeyer, you can justify taking him there. You know, there are maybe other tight ends on the board more valuable, but you can make a justification for it. Boyd at the 13-10. Hard to see Boyd ever really bringing value unless there's an injury there in Cincy, but he's still a young player that you can bet on for sure. Tommy, what's up? He says Devonta Smith or Elijah Moore for the next couple of years in PPR. You know, the community is going to be very, very split on this. For me, it's Elijah Moore. I know it's the same for Badaki as well. I have Elijah Moore ranked 2 spots ahead of Devonta Smith at this point.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Elijah Moore in this future. I think he showed what he could be.
Yeah,
Zamir White?
Moore. Yeah, Zamir White. Elijah Moore was my favorite wide receiver outside of Chase and your big guys coming into this draft or this past draft. I thought he was gonna be very talented. He always was. I have really high praise for him. I have him in pretty much every dynasty league possible. So
James Conner off the board, then Justin Ross out of Clemson. Not in love with my team here today. You know, that's what happens when you take Pitts early, but still, I mean, I'm okay to take Pitts at that point.
we're going around 15, correct?
We're going around 15. Yeah, we will go around 15.
I might just take Kyle Trask here, get him out the way.
Kyle Trask. The weird thing is, did you hear what Bruce said yesterday?
Nah, what are you saying?
He was talking about Blaine Gabbert and basically hinting that he could be their starter.
What?
Basically saying,
right. Yes. Okay, I did see that. I saw the report of Blaine Gabbert saying could be potential starter for 2022, but I didn't know that was a report from, or that was word of mouth from Bruce Arians.
Yeah. I'm going to take Ronald Jones there. Just because I don't have a very deep running back room, so I'll take him. I know he's a free agent, still super, super young. Yeah, I mean, I think he said something along the lines of Gabbert's never had a team this talented around him. Like, it would be interesting to see what he could do as a starter. That's intriguing.
Yeah, very interesting.
I mean, if they go Gabbert over Trask, that's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to see Trask having a chance to be a starter in the league. But at this point, take a chance, the 14th round. Chuba Hubbard's a great pick there. I should have actually taken Chuba Hubbard over Rojo.
Go Tubes. All right, let's start doing these mock draft grades here.
Yep.
Right after runner. So if you want to put that in the chat.
Yeah, I can let people know.
Yeah.
Mock draft grade on YouTube.
Once again, this is just our opinions, nothing set in stone. Draft's gonna look a lot different in the future.
Yes, sir.
So run up. I'll do run up. Let's actually wait for maybe 2 or 3 more picks and then give us some time. Actually, no. Let's just go for it. All right, runner. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts with Carson Wentz. Then you got Deebo Samuel, Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks, OBJ, Adam Thielen with Dalvin, Alvin, Chubb, and you got Darren Waller, and Hunter Henry. It's clear that you went in clear direction. This is a win now team. This is a good team. Besides your first 3 picks, everyone else is a win now team. Okay, in my opinion. A lot of older, great talent. A lot of question marks here, though. I mean, Michael Thomas, what's he gonna do? I think if there was one thing I would have changed is that Michael Thomas pick. But it makes sense because you are a win now team. Maybe I would have taken who could you have taken instead? Maybe Amari Cooper. Maybe a Juju there. I think I would like either of those 2 at the 8-12. But since you are a win now team, I'm happy with the way that you went. Because Adam Thielen down there, Brandon Cooks, a great guy as well, and then Alvin, Dalvin, and Chubb. That's nasty. that is nasty in the running back room. So I'm just gonna give this a B plus. I like this team.
Okay, B plus. All right, D Lawrence. We've got Patty Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Jimmy G. Our wide receivers are Tyreek, Deontay, Calvin, Mike Williams, Robert, Bobby Trees. Running backs are Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, Chuba Hubbard. Tight end is Kelsey and Ertz. So this is a team that's very much built to win now. So I'm a little bit confused on the Lawrence pick. I mean, I guess if you believe in Lawrence, then, you take him here. Obviously, Stafford would have been probably a better option if you wanted to do win now. But I almost feel like Russell Wilson would have been a better choice if you were planning on doing the win now strat. Maybe you didn't make that decision until, the third round. I'm going to go ahead and end the draft here so there's no more noises. But yeah, that's just something that I noticed off the bat. I am a little bit confused because it feels like the rest of the team is very much win now outside of Kenneth Walker. I'm never a massive fan of doing a win now strategy. I never leave a win now, strategy feeling great about my team, but I think you did it well. Tyreek, Deontay, Calvin, Mike Williams, good wide receiver room. Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker. At least Kenneth Walker could potentially help bring some youth there. Kelsey. So if you're going for a win now strategy, I would give this a B plus. This is a really, really good team for win now, but there is not much future outside the quarterbacks, which you can still build around that team. It's just a thought process there.
Yeah, and I think what's good about a win now team is that getting pieces that that you can trade away. I think it's easy to sell Tyreek. I think it's easy to sell Kelsey. It could be a little bit difficult to sell Calvin, but once he's on a team, that's nothing.
Right.
Derrick Henry, another guy that's a little bit on the edge because of, that workload, but it all depends.
Right.
So I think I meant to say Aaron Jones. My bad.
You good?
All right, Dave. Jonathan Taylor, Elijah Mitchell, Rashad White, Melvin Gordon, Matthew Stafford, Derek Carr, Carson Strong, with Treylon Burks, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, Sky Moore, Khalil Shakira, and Will Fuller. Then you got Pat the Dragon with Cole Kmet. Look, yeah, I think overall it's a decent team. I like your running backs in Taylor and Mitchell, with Rashad White down there and Melvin Gordon as a just in case. Maybe he stays in Denver. Maybe he goes somewhere else. Your wide receiver room. I personally wouldn't have gone Treylon Burks this early, but hey, this could be where he goes. Once we know his landing spot, this is maybe
I think
where
it's too early.
We can take chances on Treylon Burks, but we don't know. Okay. Stephon Diggs, another guy. I think we just did a video on him. I probably would have taken a chance on some other guys, but once again, it's a little bit of a mix. You have Matthew Stafford, then you have Derek Carr, then you have these a young wide receiver in Burks and Diggs. So I feel a little bit back and forth, and then Mike Evans. I would have taken a chance maybe on Mooney, Ayuk, Claypool, but Mike Evans at the 7-3 is good value depending on who that quarterback's going to be. Overall, this team is decent. I don't see too much of a true direction going here, in my opinion. So I'm just going to give this a B flat, maybe a B minus, because I'm not necessarily in love with the wide receiver room outside of Treylon Burks and Stephon Diggs.
Okay. 7, we've got Justin Herbert, Mac Jones as our quarterbacks. Our wide receivers are DK, T. Higgins, Jameson Williams, Gabe Davis, John Mechie, Michael Gallup, Alec Pierce. Running backs are Akers, Carter, Kyron Williams, Madison. Tight end is Schultz and Brevin Jordan. Excuse me. I really like this team. Good at quarterback. I would like to have had a third quarterback. Maybe instead of going Alec Pierce here or Michael Gallup, you could have taken a Jimmy G or a Ritter or a Jordan Love in that area. The wide receivers I love. I love DK. I love Higgins. I love Jameson. I think where you took Jameson still good value, even though some people might disagree. And then I think you did good late on to find wide receivers that could present good value. Mechie's a little too early for me. I have to be honest there. Schultz, good pick. Brevin Jordan, good pick, especially with your last round. The only thing I'm really not in love with, man, I'll be honest, is Akers. I'm not an Akers guy. So for me, there's a lot of running backs I would have taken over Akers on the board. But this is an A- team for me. I like this team.
Okay. Hutchinson, Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Matt Corral, great quarterback room with Mark Andrews and Irv Smith, great tight end room with Brees Hall, Isaiah Spiller, Devin Singletary, James Robinson, and Kenneth Gainwell. It's clear that you went with a younger approach in these running backs. You went more of a youth room in running back, which is okay. Then you got DJ Moore, Drake London, Christian Kirk, or Hunter Renfro with Christian Kirk and Lavishka. You know, if you go back to our video that we did on DJ Moore, I said, like, what's going to happen with DJ Moore? Who's going to be this quarterback? Am I still waiting for another 2-3 years for him to truly, truly break out? The highest he's ever finished is wide receiver 18, which is this past year. I would have taken a chance on somebody else, like I see I see St. Brown, Devonta Smith, obviously you could have gone anywhere, but I get why DJ Moore is there, because the value, the value and the age is tremendous. So it makes sense. Drake London and then Hunter Renfro. I think Christian Kirk and Lavishka are kind of just throwaways, which is fine. Trying to nitpick something else. Just once again, just always trying to give our thoughts as much as possible. I like Isaiah Spiller there. Obviously, Michael Carter was off the board, but do you take a chance on a Miles Sanders? Do you take a chance on a Clyde over? Let me ask you this, Zach. Yeah. Isaiah Spiller or Clyde? I know that's hard to answer because we don't know where
I guess I would take the unknown because I already know that Clyde's not a workhorse.
Okay. That's interesting. Because I know we don't know where Isaiah Spiller is going to go. But anyways,
for sure.
Overall, a decent team. I'm gonna give this a B flat. Your quarterbacks are nasty though. Say that much.
Yeah, I like the quarterbacks. All right, Garrett. You got Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, and Desmond Ridder. Your wide receivers are Elijah Moore. Despite what other people would say, I don't think it's that big of a reach to take Elijah Moore over Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp's at his absolute maximum value at this point, and it looks like he didn't fit necessarily your team mold, so I understand the pick. Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Pickens, Mooney, Russell Gage. Running backs are Zeke, Damian Harris, Jerome Ford, Rashad Penny. Tight ends are Fant and Gesicki. I like this team. Obviously, it's pretty clear what your weakest position is, and that's running backs. Zeke, not a guy I really want on any of my dynasty teams at this point. Really, really don't want him on my team. I assume you probably feel the same way. However, I do love Jerome Ford. Might have been a little too early for him. There's enough here in this running back room to kind of make things work, but it is a pretty big weakness. But I like the wide receivers you have. Hey.
Appreciate you, Nick.
Hey, Nick. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. So for me, I'm gonna give this a B+. It's a good team. There's just a couple things I would have done differently.
Okay. All right. Back in '82, Lamar, Ryan Tannehill, Baker Mayfield with CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, Devonta Smith, Amari Cooper, Josh Palmer, Curtis Samuel, and Donovan Peoples-Jones. I love your wide receiver room. It makes sense. Cooper Kupp, if I had to change anything in his wide receiver room, it'll probably be two receivers, and that's Cooper Kupp and Amari Cooper. Look, Cooper Kupp makes sense. Why are you taking him? There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Why are you taking him there? If you really wanted to go young all around, maybe you could have gone Pittman, but I feel like that even then that's a bit early. So actually just scrap that. I actually like the Cooper Kupp pick, period.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of Amari Cooper. No, I think Amari Cooper is good. I mean, maybe
at that point in the 9-7, I feel like that's pretty good value.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to think. I'm looking at everyone that's around him. Nah, I wouldn't have taken Sky, Mike Williams. Nah, no way. Okay. And then your running back room, Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders, Tyler. I got Al Geyer. I like your running back room. Really good, solid people. Eckler, JJ, Miles Sanders.
It's a good team.
A good mix, yeah. George Kittle. I think this is probably the best team so far we've seen.
Not in love with the quarterbacks outside of Lamar.
Yeah,
but this
exactly.
Is a good team.
I was gonna say the weakest point out of the whole thing is probably that quarterback too, which is Ryan Tannehill, and that's not even terrible. That's not even bad.
Yeah, it
just
could be worse.
It's just okay. Yeah, it could definitely be worse. I'm gonna give this team an A-.
Okay, I like it. I think there's a lot of good pieces here. MP says, got the trade done, boys. Finished work today Finish work today is a good day. I love that. I'm pretty sure the trade that your trade was the one where you got Swift. Hey, you pulled it off. Well
Sheesh.
done, brother.
That's crazy, man.
All right, Trippy. Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Wandale Robinson, and Christian Watson. Your quarterbacks are Trey Lance, Malik Willis, Jared Goff. I can't remember if this was an auto pick, but we did discuss during this pick that this was probably way too high to take Malik at the 3.9. Much more valuable pieces there, more secure dynasty assets. So, that's obviously going to go into my grade. I think this is way, way too high for Malik, and I love him. He's my quarterback 1 in this class. Running backs are Saquon Barkley, Clyde, Brian Robinson, unfortunately not Bijan, and Chase Edmonds. Tight ends are Knox and Weidermeyer. I think he did a great job of getting a tight end that I really love late on. So this is a really interesting team. I'm trying to find that. Obviously, I'm not in love with this running back room. I think that's something that stands out to me instantly. Saquon, I am slowly but surely falling off the Saquon train entirely. It's hard for me to justify taking a 4-4 on him. Others might disagree, and that's totally okay. I get where you guys are coming from, but it's hard for me to see him recovering the form that he once had. I don't like Clyde, so I guess the running back room is really the one thing that I don't love about this team, as well as taking Malik that early. I know it was an auto, but I'm just grading the team based off of what we have here. So for me, I'm going to give this a B flat. Okay. You can easily fix some of these things. I like most of the players that you got. I like the value of where you got these wide receivers. I like the value of Knox. So it's a good team. I just, obviously that auto pick killed you.
Yeah. All goods, brother. All right, buy apple pie, Swifty, CMC, Gibson with Kareem Hunt. Great running back room, in my opinion. You went Swift over Najee. Interesting. I think I would have taken Najee over Swift, but either way, PPR monster and Swift. Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Sam Howell. Another thing I would have done differently is probably taking a Zach Wilson, even a Kirk Cousins potentially over an Aaron Rodgers. Sounds crazy, but question marks. But you're banking on him to stay, so that makes sense. Then Terry, Rashad Bateman, Jahan Dodson, Chark, Boyd, Sutton, Corey, Davis. Look, getting your first wide receiver in the 6-3 is not terrible, and you're starting with Terry. That's not bad. Then you go to Rashad Bateman at the 7-11, who is a decent, technically wide receiver 2 on his team. What can he do? Can he projectile into that low-end wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2? Maybe. We don't know. With Dallas,
I like Bateman there though. By the way,
yeah, I do like Bateman there. I was just thinking of somebody else. Maybe I would have taken.
I was actually considering him at the 7-8.
I probably would. I still would have taken. Would you take Claypool or Kadarius Toney over them? Out of curiosity,
over Bateman?
Yeah.
No.
Just in general. I
don't think so.
Okay. I think for me,
I'd have to double check my rankings.
I'll probably still take Bateman over.
That's funny that you say this, right? I have Bateman, and then Chase and Mooney, and then Tony. So they're all back to back to back.
They're all back to back. Okay, that makes sense. Look, overall, this team is decent. I think, probably your weakest point, in my opinion, is the running back room. The wide receiver room, because, the fall off from Terry then to Bateman, I think it's pretty big to me. But either way, it's a good team. I'm going to give it a B, just a B flat. I like your running backs, your quarterbacks. And that tight end there is really, really nice.
Yeah, I really like that team. Okay, Jack. By the way, guys, we already got 50 likes on the stream. We're almost done with this mock here, but I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys. 50 likes is massive, so that means a lot. I really appreciate that. And Steven just says, I got a dip, guys, but I wanted to say whenever y'all hit 1K subscribers or something, you should do an AMA live streams. Hey, we can do that for sure. Ask 100%. Me anything. Absolutely. Appreciate it, Steven. Have a good day. Thanks, all right, brother. Jack. Let's grade your team, Jack. Okay, so Jack, we've got Javonte, Joe Mixon, AJ Dillon, Tony Pollard, James Cordero Patterson. I like their running back room. It's really strong. Let's have a look at the rest of the team here. Waddle, Adams, David Bell, Hopkins, Justin Ross. So I like the wide receiver room. I think you got good value with Hopkins in the 10th round. I like David Bell as a prospect. So, yeah, I'm okay with this. Quarterbacks, that's obviously where it falls off massively. Kirk is your first then Davis Mills and Daniel Jones. So that's a real weak area. And then TJ Hawkinson. So this is a really good team. However, to me, the most important position in Dynasty, especially Superflex, is a quarterback. That's always going to be for me the most important position. So that is going to impact my grade here. That's why this is going to be just a B flat for me, just a B flat.
Okay. All love, Trippy. Thanks, man. Thank you for coming through. All right, I guess that makes.
Well, yeah, let's give a mock drafter of the night. Who is that? Was it back
I think
in 82?
mock draft. I think it was back.
I
in
gave
82.
7 an A-2 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Or maybe they can both be it, unless you want to try to give it to one.
Give it to them both.
Yeah,
so
give it to both.
congratulations, 7 Runge and back in 82 mock drafters of the night. Look, no one's ever going to get a perfect draft. We have to be honest here, okay?
Yeah.
These are
It's
just
just
our
our thought
opinions, but hopefully you
Mhm.
guys enjoyed tonight as much as we did. Daniel had a question. He said, to get in your dynasty leagues, is there a $10 per month Patreon charge, but is there another to get into the actual league? So Daniel, good question. So on our Patreon, you can either choose to do the yearly and you get a 10% discount. So you can pay it for the entire year. Or you can do the $10 per month. Now that charge there is basically your buy-in to be into the league. However, all that money goes to supporting the channel, okay? So the money that you pay towards us goes to supporting the channel, supporting our content, but also it allows you to be a part of these leagues where people really, really care about Dynasty. And not only that, you get our rookie rankings, you get our Dynasty rankings, redraft rankings, and you also get something called the Fantasy Hotline, which is where you have a direct message system to myself and Badaki, and we reply as quick as we can to any questions that you have. A lot of people who are probably listening in the chat or who've mocked with us, have utilized that Fantasy Hotline. So we try and make sure that you get as much bang for your buck as possible. But yeah, that $10 is a way to show support. If you win the league, then you win all your donations back. Okay, so whoever wins each year, all the money that they donated that year goes back to them as a little prize.
Yeah, we have the guy that we mock draft today with Dave at the 103. He actually won this past year.
Mm-hmm. We have Jack as well, who's in one of our leagues
as well. Mm-hmm. I know Trippy signed up as well.
Trippy signed up.
Hutchinson, maybe. I think
Hutchinson signed up to our Close Friends Plus, which is awesome. That's where you get that unlimited advice. But yeah, if you do have any questions, again, feel free to DM us
on
Discord, either our personal ones or the Fantasyland Football account. You can DM us there. I put the website there for anyone who is interested in joining those leagues. And Steven had just a comment. He said the drafts are so fun for show, but it would be cool to get broader takes from y'all. Yeah, definitely. I can understand that, Steven.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Q&As could definitely be a thing that we do in the future,
especially closer to the season. We do a live Q&A on our main channel every week in the season.
Yeah, all the time during the season.
Sits and all that stuff.
Just everything. So
but we can do that more often for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's something that we'll talk about. Once again, let us know. We have a suggestion box of content that you guys would like to see. If there's a lot of people that are really asking for this, we will do it. Mm-hmm. We want to cater as much as possible to everyone out there.
Yeah.
Just so it can have one that can be like, you know what? I actually just want to know this, and there's somebody out there doing it, or just an idea you have that can be good for the community as well. So let us know. We're actually really excited. Huge love.
Yep. Trippy thinks he said he's going to have dinner. Great mock. We'll talk to you soon, my guy. Garrett says early Sunday would be cool. Yeah, that's a little difficult for us because then instead of getting up at 3 a.m., we'd have to get up at like 1 or 2 a.m. So that makes it a little difficult, but we can figure something out for sure.
We usually do what we used to do, and what we did this past season was do it Saturday night
for you guys. Yeah.
Saturday night for you guys. So we will go live probably around the same time, 8 p.m. Saturday night.
Yeah.
Have any questions? That's when we answer it. But we'll definitely, once we get closer to the season, you guys will know more information about that for sure.
Last two things I'll say is one, we got a ton of content coming out still this week. We got Russell Wilson buy or sell. We've got Christian Watson video. We've got Dynasty sell high wide receivers, buy or sells on CeeDee Lamb, Josh Jacobs. We're going to talk about Isaiah Spiller. We're going to do another grading Dynasty trades from our Discord. There's Sam Howell, Rashad White. We got a ton of content coming for you on the channel, working our ass off, trying to get as much content for you guys, and we love it. We love doing it. The other thing I'll say is we have a main channel. Okay. I just pasted that link in the chat to our main channel. We're talking a lot of free agency over there. That's our redraft channel where we cover, redraft content and DFS content. So it's going to get a lot more hectic on that channel, more content on that channel towards the beginning
as the season gets close.
Yeah,
approaches.
Exactly. We'll do more redraft mocks over there as well. That channel is really fun. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in with us all the way through our little plugs. You guys are real
100%.
ones. If you haven't dropped a like, it would mean a lot to us if you could drop a like. We hit 50 likes. That's crazy, guys. It means a lot.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thank you, Nathan, for subbing on the other channel too. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. That means a lot, man.
Yeah, that's huge. Both channels are gonna be big, man. I'm scared. I'm scared and excited because I'm scared that I was like, what's weird?
What?
If it ever gets to that point where like this supports us, is like, can I actually quit my job? Like, is that like a real thought process? Like, actually, I'm quitting my job to do this. Like,
well, it's funny. The only reason this started is because we both lost our jobs due to COVID.
Yeah, because we both lost our jobs.
So and then we were like, fuck it, let's just do something we like.
Yeah.
So if that ever happened, that would be really cool. But guys, seriously, awesome. It means so much to us that you guys would spend your time hanging out, hearing either good or terrible takes from us, whichever way you see it, right? That's okay.
It's all love either way.
Glad that you guys enjoy it. And we have another mock tomorrow night, right, Badaki?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern
Standard Time. Dynasty rookie only.
Rookies only, exactly. So come through.
Yep.
If you want to be a part of that, please message us on Patreon. On Discord as well. If you haven't been part of a mock draft, we can try to get you in for the rookies.
All right, guys. Have a great day. We will see you soon. Reminder, I think 1 or 2 spots left in that first Dynasty League if you're trying to get in soon. Message us with any questions. All love.
All love.